start a Patreon so people can catch the shit that goes on before this live button hits. Because I promise y'all, these people be wilding. These people be wilding. What we got going? All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, welcome to another edition of the Kayfabe Podcast. It is a Wednesday. I'm sure somebody watched AEW. None of us did, but I'm sure someone did. So we thought it'd be only right to come in here and, of course, have the greatest wrestling podcast on the digital network right now. And of course, I'm your host, the Councilman. I have the sweetest Oos with me and the people's nightmare. And then, of course, everyone that's joining in, appreciate y'all. Pachu Boza, our historian, joining in. We got a lot to talk about today in wrestling news. Seems like I got to just stop saying that. We just got to talk about wrestling because there's always a lot now.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling is like almost 7 days a week.
It's nonstop. Every day. Something new to talk about every day.
Something new. And then TNA just filled out the Thursday now. And I'm like, damn, wrestling is every day.
Dude, we only got these like rare occurrences back in the day. Like if you had a Nitro on like a Monday, Tuesday, something weird like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder Wednesday, Smackdown Thursday, ECW Friday. And what, Saturday Super Live Wire? Pay-per-view on Sunday and Sunday Night Heat.
Yep,
Saturday night.
That was it. I had Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. That was it. It. And I was for sure, Sunday night. Was Sunday Night Heat weekly?
Yeah.
It was.
It was every Sunday.
I don't know why I've convinced myself that Sunday Night Heat only came on before a pay-per-view came on.
No, it was every week. It was every week, man.
It makes sense for it, but it's every week, man.
Okay.
They would get I think that a lot of them were just so memorable before the pay-per-views started. Like especially when it was the one before the pay-per-view,
It wasn't that for me. It always remind me that we were not the richest people in the world. You know what? No, I'm not gonna say that. That just let me know that my parents were cheap, is what that let me.
All right, can I say this to start off? Will names all the titles of our shows. I don't agree with this one tonight, but just for the record, I don't agree with it. So I just wanted to get that out. Yeah.
That's a joke. God.
I just don't agree with it tonight. That's all.
We hadn't even got there yet. He was like, let me address this now.
Like going rip the band-aid right off.
Rip the band-aid right here. Like you've been accused of something. First of all, let me state, I was not at them Diddy parties before anybody says anything. Like no one came up with me at all.
I swear that baby oil thing. Why you see it guilty
like you did write this?
Yeah, I know. that baby oil thing is wild. It's
right.
It's like Dave Chappelle said, man, I don't think I've ever finished a complete bottle of baby oil. And to have that many bottles.
That many. I'm just trying to figure out I don't even know your purpose of baby oil daily. Like I knew like we had some in the cabinet, but I was like, yo, what we using this for?
Extreme ashiness? I don't know, man. Like it's just...
But you had lotion. And if you were like
or Vaseline.
And if you were like me, you had some of that petroleum, that
the Vaseline,
had some good old rub that in. Didn't have that. You got some grease and that little coffee can. Let me dip my elbow in there real quick.
But never in my life has it been. I got a baby and I don't even think we got a bottle of baby
oil. I think everybody bought baby oil when you had a baby, and that's that same bottle.
I don't think I've ever used whatever he has.
I don't think I've ever seen someone say, yo, I got to re-up on some Johnson & Johnson baby oil. I got to get to Walmart ASAP.
That J&J. That J&J, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say to this.
Unless you a bodybuilder or something and you just like, shit, you wait till they see me out here today. That's about it. But I'm like, yo, don't nobody want to see me lathered up in oil with my shirt off. No, nobody want that. Might get arrested. Be like, sir, indecent exposure. Put your man titties away. No one is asking for that. But like, you're right. I put my shirt back on. But
right.
Put my shirt back on. Everybody ain't ready for that.
How did we get here?
I don't know. I also had long hair too, so people thought I was a girl, and that's why I'd be self-conscious about my man titties now. Because it was like, young lady, put a shirt on. Who the fuck are you talking to? Be like, you, young lady, you need to put a shirt on. Your mama taught you better. I try to get real low with my voice. Bitch, I'm a nigga. I'm like, oh, sorry. Did not mean to insult you like that. Like, what kind of shit is that? Yo, I'm cutting my hair today. Now, I'm okay with it. I'm okay. There was a whole period of that where I'd be like, yo, I'm letting y'all know now. There is nothing more uncomfortable getting in the pool with a muscle shirt on. Nothing. Nothing. There's nothing more uncomfortable than being self-conscious. And you can, first of all, tucking your muscle shirt into your swimming trunks.
Okay, man. Stop.
Yo, what is going on?
That's like Reggie Miller this week at the Pacers game with his jersey tucked in.
Yeah. Hey, you think you like, okay, there's no way they looking at me. What you think they looking at is not what they looking at. They looking at, why does they got this shirt tucked in his trunks?
I don't think people are thinking that, man.
Again, they weren't. But again, when you have those type of traumas as a kid, that's what you thinking. And then ain't nothing worse because this is a safe space. My muscle shirts were loose. Like you wear them once and they not like the Super Saiyan armor Vegeta got where he go to full monkey and it come back. Like I didn't put it on, took it off, and the elastic get old.
It's Hulk's pants.
Yeah. Like they don't come back. They don't come back. So you got about one good wear on them where it's supposed to look like it's supposed to look. Then it started looking like a loose shirt. Then you got that loose shirt on and you jump in the pool and now it's just hovering in the water with you like this. Like you might as well just take that shit off. You might as well just take it off. Then I became okay with myself. And you know what? Shout out to white men that wear Speedos that was built like me because y'all gave me the confidence to not have to wear no fucking muscle shirt. Because if your pale, hairy ass can be here in the Speedo with no fucks given, I'll never forget that. We will start the show after this because I know I'm going too far off the rails.
Oh my God.
It was imagine like Santa Claus with a red Speedo on. He was just out in the pool and he had this incredible woman walk up with him and she had some grapes and she fed that dude some grapes while he was sitting in that chair. And I was like, we've made it, my boy. They finally recognize us. We don't have to hide no more. Never wore a shirt again. I was like, these titties will be out today, all summer. Then I got insecure again, and I wore it during the cruise, and now I got that line right here. I'm not proud of myself. But anyway, this is what happens when you decide to cut shit off so you can tell people you didn't name a title of a show. That's how we got.
This is how we got here.
That's how we got here.
Oh, there it is. There's the answer finally.
That's how we got here because you wanted to make sure I had no involvement in the title of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't.
Like someone thought that. If anyone read this, the first thing they'd have thought of, like, there's no way Deonne wrote this. So this is gonna be a great episode.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yes. But anyway, we're back. And we are starting off with some good old Monday Night Raw. A lot of stuff happened. We got our King of the Ring advancements. We got some it was a great show. Great show. I'm sorry for all of those that cannot breathe as they watching this, but this is you knew what you signed up for. You knew what happened when you clicked this thumbnail. You knew what you was getting into. But let's start off with one of the biggest things. The return of Asuka. Asuka was participating in one of the Fatal 4-Ways for the Queen of the Ring tournament, and they got it right. They got it right. It was a packed Fatal 4-Way that could have went any which way. Ivy Now, Raquel Rodriguez, Stephanie Vercourt, and a returning Asuka. and Asuka, in great fashion, with a little help from Rhea Ripley, advances in the King of the Ring tournament. So now my question is, y'all, honey, let's start with you. Thoughts on the return of Asuka on Monday Night Raw?
Man, I'm excited. I'm so happy she's back. It's been long awaited. We've definitely been missed. Just something about Asuka's aura, it's just undeniable. I'm excited to see where this run takes her, being that she is qualified to advance even further, going against Alexa Bliss, which I think is going to be quite the match coming up. So I'm really excited to see what's going on with Asuka. I love the new look. I love these colors. I love the hair. I'm nobody's ready. I'm happy. Yep. I'm happy she's back.
Deonne, your thoughts on her return and her performance in the Fatal 4-Way?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's Asuka and she's back. I mean, I hope she gets the run with this that we sort of want from her, or that we hope to get from her. But I wrote down, like, the matchups we get weekly now on TV are wild. It's stuff like now we get that's things that would have been reserved for like a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But looking at this King of the Ring tournament too, like, Alexa Bliss is her next one. How do we play that? And then on the opposite side, you got Jade and like, I don't know, man. But I hope I hope it's I guess clear skies for Asuka this time out. She's back again. I hope she gets a really good quality run because she deserves it. She's been killing it since NXT. A little lull on the main roster when she first got there. But yeah, super happy to see her back. It's Asuka, man. And all these women are tearing it up every week on every show now.
Yeah, man. I agree with you. I think they have found a pretty good formula with what they're doing, especially switching these PLEs to 5 to 6 matches. It allows you to want to go check out Raw and SmackDown because you're getting quality matches like this. It's like you said, like Alexa Bliss and Asuka is something you'd love to see, like at a Backlash or Money in the Bank. But it's like now you get to go check it out on SmackDown. So it gives you a reason to, like, let me tune in weekly again to see some of these powerhouse matches that they got. And I will be honest, I will give that to AEW because AEW was doing that. Well, it's still doing that. And I think WWE kind of caught on to it and has found a great way to work for themselves. Not saying that they still in it or anything like that, but have found a good way to work it to where, hey, we now have to tune in weekly because you'll never miss this. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the King and the Queen of the Ring, especially now with the brackets moving into the semifinals. And we'll predict who are going to make it to the finals and who will be crowned King and Queen of the Ring. So we will talk about that later in the show. But glad to have Asuka back. I thought it was incredible. Very glad she won. I'm glad it wasn't that's why I was like, she needs to win this. It has to be her. Yeah. Love Stephanie, to death. Glad she was in it. Glad she didn't take the pin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it still made her look strong. She's good.
Yep, glad to see the extra story. Yeah, the extra storytelling with Raquel and Rhea starting to heat up a little bit more to kind of give us now, exactly what I was asking for. Like, let Rhea have stuff that doesn't necessarily have to be involved in the title picture. And I think going after Raquel, oh my God, I hope they bring it
Run it back.
NXT.
Run it back.
Woo! I hope they get
And this will be a big boost for Raquel too.
Yes.
Like, this will position her to where she should have probably been when she made the jump over.
Yes.
So just being able to, like, get her back in the mix, especially with Liv and her stuff at the moment, be great for Raquel. So yeah, I'm glad she's getting back in the mix too.
Yes, indeed. And we also learned that we have another match that has been scheduled for the Night of Champions. The greatest luchador, the greatest Mysterio, the greatest heel, the GOAT, Dominik Mysterio, is taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles, and he is blessing AJ Styles with putting his IC title on the line. Deonne, your thoughts. I see you you're so ready.
I feel like one of our fantasy bookings, I asked for this.
You did. You did.
Yes, you did, actually.
Elimination Chamber. You asked for this.
So I've been waiting. this has been because AJ Styles has said so many great things about Dom in a few interviews that I've heard. So him being able to work with Dom being able to be the heel or the, I don't know what he really is, man, because he's so good at trolling. This man posted a picture with him and Eddie on Father's Day. Like, you can't get any better than what Dom's doing as a character. And then you put him together with like one of the greatest in-ring performers of our generation, or of all time, one of the at a Night of Champions for Intercontinental Championship. I can't wait to see this. I've been looking forward to this for months now.
Honey, why you keep putting up the bullshit comments? Why you displaying those? First of all, Cyber King, spell Mysterio right before you decide to want to come at the GOAT. Okay, check your spell check before you trying to say Dominik sucks. Learn how to spell Mysterio correctly.
It's a simple typo, man.
It's valid.
He got it right the second time.
He did.
You all right? You want? Do we need to? I feel like you feel away because of what I named this episode. Like you just against me now. You right? You want some juice?
No, none here, sir.
Where's Xander's sippy cup? You need like the sippy cup.
I'm on chill. I'm just gonna be over here.
Don't you do that. Don't you hit the corner timeout on me. Don't you do that. But so I want to know though from both of y'all, honey, who do you see walking out of this match? Because I think one thing that we're going to see that I don't think we've got a chance to see yet from Dominik as much as I think you're going to get to see the true in-ring performance of Dominik going up against AJ Styles.
Yeah, I can't help but wonder with things going the way they've been going for Dominik, and being that he's kind of the one calling these shots now. Like a couple of years ago, I would have said not a chance Dominik is keeping this title, but I'm saying that he is this time around only because this is the dirty of all dirty. Okay, this man here. Oh, I got unplugged. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, so yeah, this man has grown to his own lane and come into his own in such a great way, and to go up again, you're going up against the phenomenal one. Literally, you're going up against AJ Styles, and on a big night of champions in Saudi Arabia, big stage, big stage, Dom. So I'm excited for this match, more than I can say for a lot of other matches. This match is going to be awesome. This card is already shaping up to be something.
Yes, it is. That's right. You saw what Sage D wrote. But Boza, no, I agree. I think this is the match where we get to see like Dom has the personality. We already know that. He has all of that wrapped up. He got the sauce. It's the in-ring capability we haven't really gotten a full chance to see. And I think having someone like AJ Styles, you're gonna really see Dominik be able to bring it out and show y'all like, nah, bro, it ain't just about like the hatred. It ain't about none of that. Like y'all gonna really see on a one-on-one match, I can go toe-to-toe with anybody.
They're gonna cheer for him again.
And that's why he's the GOAT. Okay.
And even what we've seen of Dom in the ring too, Dom's really good. He's progressed so much since turning heel, right?
Yeah.
He's progressed so much. He went out on his own. He got with Judgment Day, obviously, and that was his people. Those people he traveled with. It wasn't anymore with Ray, it seemed like. And you could sort of tell because their chemistry was tight too. Exactly. So he's solid in the ring, but being in there with somebody like AJ Styles who can just boost him to like that next level, that might be AJ Styles' I guess goal for this match if he doesn't come out as Intercontinental Champion. But I feel like we're gonna need a title change somewhere in this card, and
it ain't gonna be this one.
I don't know. We need a Night of Champions. We need something to switch.
I don't know.
One or two of them got to switch. But that's the thing. If all the titles gonna be on the line, because it don't look like that's what they're promoting. that all titles are going to be represented here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They're not.
Technically, that's what it should be. It's called Night of Champions.
Yeah. But I remember I remember when it used to be Clash of Champions, and that they had that stipulation. So now I guess Night of Champions is crowning different champions. Like, of course, like King and Queen of the Ring, that is technically a champion in their eyes, outside of like holding a belt. So we'll see. But I know this is going to be one of those. I think this is going to be one of those that could steal the show at Night of Champions with everything that's stacked up for it.
Hands down.
Yeah, so we also got other stuff that's on the line. Something that I thought would be at Night of Champions is happening next Monday. Big time Becky Lynch is putting the Intercontinental title up against Bayley on Monday Night Raw. Something that you just kind of spoke to, Deonne, about matches that you would think would be on a PLE. We getting on Monday Night Raw. But I want to ask both of you, and I'll start with you, Deonne. Did they make the right call booking this match for Raw, or should this have been somewhere else?
This makes us think about our discussion last week, or maybe the week before, when we talked about what we see for the Intercontinental title, and we got Evolution coming, and then SummerSlam's after Evolution. Maybe things got pushed up more than what we sort of fantasy booked it, because we had, I think, thought that there'd be like a triple threat at SummerSlam. You put Lyra in here for triple threat. We might get that at Evolution now. Is my thought.
Yeah.
We get past this match. I don't think Bayley wins it. I think shenanigans and some Lyra stuff goes down too, and we jump it to because Night of Champions, that'd be too soon, right? That's next weekend.
Next week. Yeah, that's in 10 days. So
I think it'd be great to have like a triple threat for this at Evolution now, because we had it booked for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're doing now. So, hey, Intercontinental Championship match on a Monday night, sign me up. But I think there's more story to be told through this one too. Yeah.
Honey, your thoughts?
I love it. I'll take Horsewoman versus Horsewoman any day. And it also helps the Women's Intercontinental Championship itself, because it puts prestige on it. You have two goats of women's wrestling, currently still alive and kicking and thriving, and here they are battling it out with quite some some intense words back and forth between those two, because we know there's a lot of history behind these two, which I think is what's going to make the story carry so well when they're in the ring together. I don't mind it being on a Monday Night Raw. I think it's also just to draw up more going forward with Bayley and Becky as well, because probably in the next maybe one or two times they meet, then I would presume that they would be at a PLE for this title maybe one more time. One of them will maybe Bayley, depending on who wins or loses, like maybe one of them will feel wronged and someone will demand a rematch, and boom. Because I could easily see that.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the Deonne side of this one too. I think we get some kind of shenanigan with Lyra happening during this match, and either costing her or wait, I do wonder why they're fighting over Kyrie's title. The fact she got me to stop to read that.
I know, right?
Like, wait, what? Oh, okay. I see what you did there. Welcome into the chat, Cindy. But yeah, I think we get shenanigans from Lyra Valkyria, like Deonne said, and I think this does lead to Evolution with a triple threat match. I think that's a great addition to the Evolution card, especially with it coming up so quickly. And I think too, even for Night of Champions, we have to remember, like, they try to now only do like 5 to 6 matches, so I can understand maybe these mid-card titles, like for the Intercontinental Champion or the US Champion, not both of them being put onto the PLE. So I can understand that. So, but I think it's going to be a great match nonetheless. And I think, like we just said before, Monday Night Raw, it gives you a reason to want to tune in.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Lyra hinted at something when she spoke to Bayley backstage about getting this title opportunity and everything. She was like, well, next time I'm going to do what's best for me, since you're out here doing what's best for you. So I'm hoping we get some, come on, Lyra, Show us your true colors. Bring us that
Man,
dark
Lyra's
Valkyrie.
growing on me, man. She's growing on me this last month and a half. Because you can see the potential there. It's just like we need some more character work there, probably, and
Last
give her like a
couple of times
reason
she
for
beat
what she
Becky
does.
ass, so last couple of times, like when she's run in on Becky, like she's beat her ass.
Well, it's there. I think now we're seeing the confidence is there now. It's not a person that's scared anymore. It's not a person that's in fear of like these large crowds and just utilizing her in-ring performance. You know, she's not Bret Harting it. She's like, okay, I know I can go in the ring. I know I can do this, but now I'm a little bit more confident. So I can get a little bit more cocky with what I do, how I say and how I talk. And we're now starting to get behind her. And then, of course, you got somebody great like Becky Lynch, who you're able to bounce off of and work so well with, especially like how she did with Bayley this last Monday. She was like, I was just trying to fix your hair. And you gonna hit me? You know what? You a dirty Jezebel. Okay. I was just trying to be helpful to you, and you gonna sit there and slap.
Take that down. Take it down. Thank you.
Why she pull out the 50 caliber so quickly? Good Lord.
Quick draw.
That escalated quickly. But
what else is trending news, man? What else we got?
Quick Draw Taylor. That's gonna be
right. Quick Draw Taylor is in the building. But yes, we shall see exactly who walks out as Intercontinental Champion this Monday on Raw. Make sure you check that out on Netflix or wherever y'all go watch it at overseas. I'm not sure because I don't live there. But you know, this business, you never know what can happen. And unfortunately, getting on a real big high right now. Liv Morgan, unfortunately, sustained an injury this past Monday on Monday Night Raw, going up against Kairi Sane. Also, to the IWC, y'all need to shut that crap up about Kairi Sane is the reason why that happened. That's not why that happened whatsoever.
Oh, are they saying that? That?
Some people be trying to say that because they be like, she ain't like she be messing up and causing injury in the ring and stuff. I'm like, it had nothing to do with that. Has she had
dropped so whole? What was it? Like she went down
literally everything went right, and they showed this. Everything went right. She landed how she was supposed to land. The only thing that happened was she dislocated her shoulder.
It's a freak accident, man.
That's it. It had nothing to do how Kairi Sane did it, how she felt. She was landing just how she was supposed to. And unfortunately, she dislocated her shoulder. It is said that she might be out for 3 months. We know that they were potentially planning either her versus Nikki 1-on-1 or the Bellas versus Raquel and Liv at Evolution, but we know some of those things are being put on pause. And even to Southern Deal's point, why do I feel like this is a kayfabe injury and that this show they repeat the three-way story they did with Rhea, given time now for your girl Roxanne to replace Liv? I mean, I don't think this was a work, because when I seen the slow motion of it, I saw that shoulder pop out. Like when she hits, if y'all, you can go look at it too, because they showed a replay. Look at her. She's right. Look at her right shoulder when she goes down. You see that thing do this. Like you see, like her arm go gelatin, and that's because it's out of socket. That's why. And again, that's why if y'all see her being brought out, she's holding it like this because she can't let it.
Yeah,
literally, if you look at it, they're literally helping her hold it. Again, I've seen dislocated shoulder injuries, and again, Deonne too. You work in college athletics, so I know you can even speak to it too. But it's not a work when it comes to this. Unfortunately, these things do tend to happen. But to Cynthia's point, because of this happening, it does open up different stories now on how to pivot, because now Raquel can focus on Rhea, and we can now get that one-on-one. And then also too, now, you do kind of have the whole Roxanne thing. So it's like, okay, do I start coming out with Raquel? Does Raquel start kind of softening up with me and everything like that, and kind of being okay with Roxanne in the Judgment Day? Like it opens up a plethora of things.
This is a Diesel Sean thing, man. It's Diesel and Sean all over again.
Yeah, and I think I could potentially see, like, not even Raquel warming up to Roxanne, but even so, because we don't necessarily know what the situation is going to be going forward with the tag team titles as of right now. I mean, but Raquel, holding on to that loyalty to Liv and being distracted with Rhea right now, and Liv's gone, she's not around to help keep things together. Finn is trying to, cause a rift between everybody, and then Dom's just calling shots. But then you have Roxanne moving on in. She could just move right on in under everybody's nose, and all of a sudden she could be the one calling shots for the Judgment Day. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It could go any which way. That would be fun. I mean, Roxanne technically doesn't need a faction, but to move in on one and destroy one from the ground up and be the reason that Judgment Day is no more, that'd be pretty fire. She could
slip in like Naomi did and grab a tag team title. And
I think that's what happens though. And also too, I think what would be dope if Liv is not off camera.
That's what I was just about to bring up. Yeah,
because
go ahead.
Yeah, if she can do the whole arm sling thing and still be there, I think you really got, because watch everything being stripped from her. Like again, like Adam Pearce telling Raquel and them, like, well, if you're not able to have the titles, then you're going to have to relinquish them. And it's like the only hope you got is Roxanne,
giving it to
which
her,
now makes her a now women's tag team champion. And to be honest with you, I think them two in the ring together would be fire as a tag team, especially if she doesn't win Queen of the Ring, because we're gonna talk about that in a little bit, because I have my eyes on what I think gonna happen with this King and Queen of the Ring. But it's looking like, even from this injury though, it's still a lot of stuff that they can pivot to really make this work. And especially now, this also gives more of a light on Finn becoming that mastermind of everything, and then eventually pushing Dom and Liv out, because those are the really only ones that are still kind of remaining. And especially with Carlito being released, you only have JD. JD is never abandoning Finn. What's and Roxanne is with them. So now it's like, Chiquita, what you want to do? You staying with them or you rolling with us? And it's like,
I
don't know what to tell y'all.
I'm
gonna go.
As I said, it opens up a lot, but it does suck to have an injury, man. And I do really feel bad for Liv Morgan, because it's like she's really coming to her own with so much stuff. Like just from being able to go film a movie, having an incredible women's world title run, to being a 4-time tag team champion. Also, too, I had to give this some thought. She said that she's the first ever 4-time tag team champion, right? Didn't they say Asuka is a 4-time women's tag team champion when she came back?
I'm not
Both
sure.
If you own here, go look at it. I distinctly remember Corey Graves saying that, and I was like, I was like, is she? Because I had forgot her and Alexa Bliss were tag team champions at one point. And I was like, is she a 4-time tag team champion? And I was like, in that case, Liv, what you smoking on?
Right.
Well, we count that sin deal with NXT. They don't count that though.
Right. We definitely do.
Oh, well, no, hold on. Ooh, I'm sorry. Wait, no. Technically, that do count because they combine the titles. So that title reign counts.
Okay. I mean, if you want to get technical.
But if we just decide, okay, we'll stick with the women's thing. It's like, that sounds kind of like a plot hole that you've been sitting here promoting. Like, I'm the first ever. I'm like this lady with the psycho paint. It was. That's you just gonna take that from? Okay,
all right.
You bold. But we do wish Liv a speedy recovery. In her injury, man. Like we do feel bad. Also, too, like we saw even Rhea having to come slightly break kayfabe to come to her defense and stuff like that with everything, man. Like, look, it's never great when a person gets injured, and for y'all, and again, too, I'm not gonna put my boot on the neck of the IWC so much because of the business that we're in and that we're discussing, because these lines are very gray when it comes to this. We are very much blurring the lines of what is real and what is a story. And we have these conversations every time of like, oh, is this a work? Oh, is this? Oh, well, this happened. I'm still going to talk shit about this person. Like, yo, this woman is a human being who got hurt entertaining us. Always remember that each person that
people were happy that she got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like again, it's because of the character. That's what they're utilizing it on, and it's like, yo, have some
common sense, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like you do
have a heart.
The word in the word in WWE is entertainment. It's like watching a movie, it's like doing anything else. These people have real lives outside of this, and they get hurt. And not root for someone to get it. That's whack, man.
And not for nothing. And not for nothing. These people are someone's children. Okay.
Yeah,
that's whack. Yeah.
And this is like, and then this is a livelihood. So then what happens if for some reason she can't come back? You know what I'm saying? And then now y'all sitting here with that. It's like, yo, like I'll say it just like this. This is why y'all got the president y'all got now.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it right at that, because he is a reflection of the American people. And this is why John Cena says what he says about us. Just letting y'all know that.
Y'all ain't shit.
Y'all ain't shit. John Cena was right. But again, we wish her a safe and speedy recovery, man. Get well, come back, and keep entertaining us, Liv, man. We need you here. So, but very controversial topic that we're bringing up.
Wake me up when it's over.
So, of course, if you've been sleeping under a rock, we have a new world heavyweight champion, Gunther.
Still sleeping.
Hey, yo, it's the Batman. That's what I hear.
He just looked out and it's like all hell's about to break loose. I don't know what's going on.
Get your bitch ass up! Apologies. I ain't heard nothing all day.
Yes,
day.
HD, it's the bat.
You're gonna decide when I get if you want to be stupid. Okay. See, this one I got to put on my grown-up voice, and I don't like doing it. I don't like having to put my grown-up voice on or my real voice. Like when y'all hear me talking to y'all now, this is the Will Pharaoh voice. How I talk regular be way different.
Like some goons outside the window.
I get that. I feel that. I understand that.
It's a lot deeper and a lot more just kind of chill.
Yo, your mic picked all of that up. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I'm saying we're gonna take the city tonight.
So yes, so of course, like we said, Gunther is the world heavyweight champion.
Going back to sleep.
And to Maria's point, yes, Jay lost the title for this to happen.
Just think about this. In the future, he'll be a 2-time champion now.
Ooh,
Jay.
Okay. Jay lost his title. I can't post it but y'all know which one I'm laughing at. HD, you are hilarious. You are hilarious. But Goldberg came out to confront Gunther, letting him know that he is next. And it will happen.
I finally read it. I finally found the comments. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why. Like as soon as you see it, you'll see why I stopped and had to laugh at it. But we're finally getting this Saturday night main event, Atlanta. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Gunther versus Goldberg. I'm not even gonna ask you first, Deonne. I ain't finna go to you first. Honey, let me ask you this question. Now, I will try to be as non-biased as I can. Fuck that. I probably will be biased. Gunther and Goldberg. It is something I wanted to see. It is something I wanted to see. I will sit here and be open to the shooting gallery by saying that. It is something I wanted to see. But I will ask you, was it the right call that the world heavyweight title needed to be on the line when it came to this match?
Not necessarily, but I guess it makes sense. They're also, I mean, to them it makes sense. I'm not saying this makes sense to me, but because it doesn't. For especially for Jay to lose, for then this to go down, but the whole point isn't even about the whole world heavyweight championship anyway. The whole point is because he talked shit about his family or in front of his family a few months ago. That's basically what the whole point of this confrontation was. And because Deonne and some other parts of the world want this man back in the ring for some reason. But yeah. Let's go Gunther. That's all I can say. I'm just not like, you're mine and you're next. Like, okay, sure. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. So, Deonne, let me ask you, with the guy who has let us know that he can barely run without his knees hurting, is now going up against the ring general for the title. Now, I want you to take out your biasness for a second. Is there a realistic world, that Goldberg walks out as the world heavyweight champion?
You know what?
They do that. WWE got the greatest.
Gunther did talk about Bret Hart while he was talking about that. Would be so. I'd be down for that.
I would be so fucking happy.
I didn't even think about that.
Excuse my French, but I would be so freaking happy.
Make that happen.
So your question, could this happen? So could this happen? We talked about it last week. Yeah, it could, because I don't see, again, taking the bias away from it. I agree with Honey said. I don't think you necessarily needed this title in it. I think the only synergy that you have with it is that he won his first world title here in Atlanta. I think that's the only, and this might be his last match. Is that what we're doing?
Well, she on your head tonight. She on your head tonight, bro.
Is that what we're doing?
Because no one asked for it.
No one asked for this.
This is what we're getting.
You saw it coming last October.
Man, look, I get it.
Happened right then and there, that weekend, or that next Saturday night main event. Get it out. Get the hell out the way. Get this man. You saw it happen in October.
Okay, here's my putting my bias hat back on. Here's what I say about this. We're complaining about a Goldberg match that we know won't be longer than, I don't know, 10 minutes, possibly. His work rate, even when he was younger, his work rate was quick matches. That's it. We're done. He's realistically one of the only wrestlers who could probably come back and run a match like that. Will talked about his knees. We just need to get to the ring, man. We need to get to a spear. He might not even get a jackhammer. He could lose this match. He could. I'm not taking anything out, because the fact that you took it off of Jay to put it in this match, I think there is a level of stakes added to it that we could see that happen.
And you know what, Cindil? If that happens, that's gonna piss me off even more, because it's like, Why y'all keep doing this to this man? How are we calling him main event and he's not in the fucking main event?
All I'm saying, this is, and again, that could be a cash in too. It could be somebody else taking a bullet. Because if this would have been Jay versus Goldberg and he ate a loss, the IWC would be in an uproar. But Goldberg at his age, let the man have his last run, man. Let him have his last one match in Atlanta. Why not?
This better be the last match.
If it wasn't, it better be, because I bought the t-shirt already. But all I know is that if we can't do this and then we cheer Sting for jumping off of a ladder at 65, because he shouldn't have been in there either. And now we have Goldberg, whose work rate isn't to the level of like a Bret Hart or Sting, who, if Bret Hart came back, even when he came back last time, you're like, oh, Bret ain't got it, man. He's a high rate worker. Goldberg come down here is 3 minutes, man. 3 minutes. You get an entrance, a spear, maybe a jackhammer, and we're out of there. Why not? In Atlanta. Last match. Why not?
I'm sorry, Deonne. I'm sorry, bro. I'm trying to let you make it. I'm trying to let you do it.
Why not, man?
I can't do it, bro. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
But let me tell you. Okay, go ahead. I'll concede. I'll concede. This is just for me.
This some BS. I'm sorry.
This is for me, apparently, man. I'm good.
Complete BS. And I do not mind the Gunther match. I think this would be a great match. And honestly, too, I don't need it to just be 3 minutes. I would love to see him, and I would love to see Goldberg really go out on this last match with Gunther. I think you being able to have this, being able to do this in Atlanta, I think that is fantastic. Where the BS comes in and what makes me drop my stake in Goldberg more is that this title is on the line. I'm sorry. It was the wrong move to do, taking it off of Jay so abruptly and the way that they did it, just so we can have this with Goldberg. And if you do put this strap on him because of that, it still looks bad. If you put it on him so Seth Rollins can cash in, it still looks bad, because Seth should be cashing in on the WWE Undisputed Championship because he already had that fucking belt. Mm-hmm. This was not a good move.
They already kind of lined Seth up for cashing that one in with Cena's promo last week of saying he wouldn't cash it in.
And I hope that's what it is, because the draft is still happening. So I hope.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
This was not necessary.
Yes, we got a curse.
This was that was heard. This was not necessary to put that belt on the line, and this is why it got such a bad taste in everybody's mouth, because now it is the possibility of, this man, they might really let this man walk out with the World Heavyweight Championship, and then that be it. And it's like, it doesn't help anyone but to help him retire. And it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, and this is for what? So you can sell tickets in Atlanta? Right. A place where you don't even necessarily let your wrestling community flourish, because you don't want to have a WrestleMania there. You don't want to have a SummerSlam there, but you rather take the belt off of the hottest superstar that you have, put it back on Gunther, just so this dude who's leaving can get one more title shot. And if you put him over, what does this make Gunther look like? What does this make the rest of your future roster look like?
Here's the thing.
Could have sworn he left already, but
here's the thing. Gunther just had a match with Pat McAfee.
That's fine, because there's work.
Yeah, but still, like, there's a level of believability when we watch anything, right? Of this one. Even if you just make it believable that Goldberg has a chance of winning this, which he shouldn't, I'll admit, he shouldn't win this.
Goldberg can't even make himself look believable if he wanted to.
But if there's a believability that say for instance, his first match back with Lesnar, say his 2 spears and jackhammer didn't work. Like that. No, but that was that level of believability that we were like, okay, there's a chance. But there was no title on the line either.
But I think that's where your biasness is blinding you. How long ago was that?
It's 2016. It's fun.
Yeah, but again,
What's 10 years ago.
What's Shannon Sharp
that
saying?
was almost a decade ago. That's fine. No, and the only reason why I'm saying this is because you have a person who's like a bottle rocket that goes off and like you said, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, that's it. You saw his knock-kneed ass walking down that ramp. You can't do that anymore. This was different if, and again, I'm bringing this up, and this is not a shot at him, but this is different if you had Bret Hart's in-ring capability. Then we'd be looking at Bret was like, I don't know if he still has it. He's moving a little slow. But again, you had enough to where you can work this match. Goldberg is not built for that. What Goldberg is built for, he can't do anymore. You can't set up to run a spear anymore that's going to hit you like that. I don't even know if you can get Gunther up for that to be able to jackhammer him.
I don't even think they do it, honestly.
No,
that's what I'm thinking.
The most he can get is a spear in. That's all he'll be able to do.
But that's why I do agree. The title wasn't needed for this.
And that's all I'm saying.
You would have sold out Atlanta anyway. You would have got eyeballs on it anyway, because that you could have promoted it as his last match. That's what you're promoting it as right now. But it's tough because there's a title on the line. If you win it, is it technically your last match, or do you give the belt? Like, it's muddied the waters enough at the end of it where you didn't need. I'll agree, you didn't need a title. I just wanted them back. One match, one spear, one entrance. That's it.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that part. That's why I'm like, I'm not discrediting that part. It's when decided that it's going to be for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's like, yo, bro, like,
understandable.
Did you make that decision, or did creative make that decision? Because this is a very selfish like decision. And it doesn't show me no end of it because this is happening. Like, yo, like, again, the hottest guy. So now was it like, okay, is it a Gunther rematch at SummerSlam? So now Jay's, and again, that's why I say a lot of this trickles down in selfishness. Because for me, now what? Jay wins King of the Ring and he goes to SummerSlam, right? That's
like winning the Royal Rumble again. I don't think that'll be
right. But also too, aren't you entitled to a rematch? So why do you need to win King of the Ring? Who should have been in that spot was Ron Killings, but instead you give it to him so we could get this match. You see what I'm saying? Why just to make this and appease him is why we now have to. Others have to suffer.
But see, that's the thing we don't. That's the thing we don't know for sure. Like in the bag was this I don't know.
You know,
it's hard to say. Would Goldberg push for a championship match in Atlanta? I get the match. I get the match in Atlanta
to be his retirement send off. Absolutely.
Do we believe he has that much pull still?
Yes, bro. You remember how he took the strap off of Kevin Owens? But
that was still Vince in control too. Like that Vince would make those calls like that too.
I think. All right, hear me out. I think this could potentially lead to something that maybe, like as Deonne said, that we don't necessarily know for sure. But this is just a guess. So I'm just spitballing here. This could be an opening if Goldberg, because the whole thing had to do with his family. This could be something that gets his son involved, I think.
I think his son's going to be connected with NXT.
I'm just saying, hear me out.
Who cares? That's what I'm saying. Like, we sitting here like, oh, Goldberg's son finna be the next Cena. Like, who cares?
Yeah, and he's still playing ball in Colorado, so he's stuck there until he finishes up there and comes. He's going to go to NXT.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like there's going to be like some involvement that's going to have to do with that, and then of course after whenever the kid's done, he's going to be moving on up. Like, I think it's gonna, of course, end with Goldberg's demise. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is Gunther, the ring general we're talking
about. And that's
about.
how there's you should retire, right?
I don't see a way of them trying to like make Goldberg look strong. Like,
but that's how you should retire too, right? Like, that's how you should go. If he goes out on the Shield, that's great. If he doesn't, we'll see Goldberg that he doesn't have, like, obviously 58 years old or so, he doesn't have it anymore, but he'll get the I guess the hero sort of send off here in Atlanta for his final match.
It's just
the 10-year-old kid in me was like, yeah, he got a shot, but the person that sits before you today, I'm like, the title didn't need to be on the line. I could have just took this match as is. You would have still sold tickets. You would have still got eyeballs on for TV. It was an unnecessary addition.
If anything, instead of having Jay lose the title, they could have made Goldberg the reason why Gunther couldn't get the title, like from Jay, like, or maybe Jay beat him again and Goldberg show up after the fact, be like, "Oh, you thought I forgot?" Like,
we thought he was gonna show up at
easily
the last...
done without a title. And main event Jey Uso could have main evented on the Saturday night main event.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with anything y'all are saying, but I will say, if this being his last one, we all have our favorite wrestlers, right? And for our own reasons. Goldberg was one of mine. And I will admit, I will enjoy seeing him one more time. Hopefully he goes out on his shield. And then Goldberg's done. Because it's time. 58 years old.
Well,
the last of those, the last of that generation, really.
The last time is now. The last time was 10 years ago.
Bro, they gonna let this dude win, bro.
I'm scared.
They gonna really let this
Gunther's gonna do what he's got to do to take care of. You know what I mean?
Y'all just said it, yo. Goldberg is the last of WCW.
Sure
There's no WCW workers in WWE right now, like live, like doing actual work. I mean, like if you want to count Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio, we give WWE. So like again,
generation.
So that's why it's just like that's what kind of just makes me angry about it, because it's like I get it if it's and again too, I guess too, like wrapping around of like if it's a pit stop, fine. And I think us getting around like, hey, these title reigns don't have to be so long, but it's like everything is set. Atlanta, that's where WCW was home of. This is the last of the WCW runners, and the world heavyweight title, the belt that they normally had on gold. That show is up for grabs. The big gold, yeah. And so it's just like, again, I get it, but it's just like
it was an unnecessary addition. It was an unnecessary addition. I'll agree.
Yeah, but again, it will sell them tickets. It's gonna fill Atlanta up. So all we can do is see what's gonna happen on Saturday night main event in July against Gunther defending this title against Goldberg. So again, I do look forward to it. I still have my opinion about the title being on the line, but we're gonna keep it pushing with the King of the Ring tournament. We are getting closer to the finals of the King of the Ring, starting with the men's side. We have Sami Zayn taking on Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes taking on Jey Uso, and I believe Sami Zayn and Randy Orton is happening this Friday on SmackDown, and then Rhodes and Usos will be on Monday Night Raw. And if not, I have that backwards. But let's start Sami Zayn and Orton. Who do you think is taking this?
I think I was wrong all of them last week except for Cody. So I'll give it to Go.
I do want to point out that the other final three were the same one celebrating with Cody when he finished the story. I think that's so ironic.
You got to face all three of your friends are in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So Sammy versus Randy. Who you got, honey?
I might have to go with Randy. I'm not sure when how long he's expect or how long he's out for, or where he is or where he's been, but has anybody seen Kevin Owens?
He was walking out of a hockey game. I don't know if you've seen the clip, but
I think he's still like injured. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's gonna be out for a while. Like it's gonna be
okay. Well, then there goes that. But either way, my pick's still the same. Orton. I can't help but feel like there's going to be a lot of things going forward with Sami Zayn, with Karrion Kross getting to him and getting in his head a lot. I think that's very interesting. and I want to see more of that. So I want Randy to advance.
Deonne?
Man, I like what Sindel said. Like, pull the trigger on this Sami Zayn versus Jey Uso. I think that would be interesting. But out of the guys who I won't say need it, man, I'll go Sammy, man. I don't want to pick against Orton, but let me go opposite of what I usually think. So I'll go with Sammy on this one. And it's for real. That's what I usually think. Mm-hmm. And Cody and Jay, I don't think
you don't need.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were going to jump to the next one. My bad.
Right, look at that, boy. We talk about Goldberg. He just rushing everything right now. That's like we ain't doing this in 3 minutes.
10 minutes left.
And I was just gonna say, it's not like we need you to give us the answer for the other side anyway, Deonne.
Well, that's
but he can. We go get there. I'm going with Mick
full
Foley
of holes
Jr.
tonight.
Yeah, I'm going. You know what started it? Hey! I promise you, I didn't make the title up.
Dancing like Denzel out here, man.
It was all Will. I'm like, I know not to commit crimes around you. No, not to do that. It was him. I got to get back to Xander. Throw my pen up. I'm out. I'm going with Mick Foley Jr. for the opposite reason of what Honey's saying. I think Karrion has got to him, and I think Sammy's going to cheat to beat Orton. And I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be all the way intentional of doing it, but I think we're going to see a different side of Sammy taking on Orton.
Oh, okay.
If Karrion has sort of woven his way inside of Sammy's head that way, I like that story a lot better. And that means he's gonna do what he needs to do, wherever that needs to be done, to get the dub on the next round too.
By any means necessary type shit.
Exactly. And that's what you're missing from Sami Zayn. And I think that's what you're gonna you go get to see.
Snitching like you got McDonald's.
Thank you, Sage D. It wasn't me.
It's gonna be a short show tonight, right? Yeah, we're almost done.
I do gotta get up early, so but not we still need you here, Deonne.
Mm-hmm, we still got stuff to do. Now on the other side,
I'll stick around.
Yeah, now on the other side, the American Nightmare versus the main event, Jey Uso. I'm gonna start with Deonne because we know he's biased. Who's walking out in your opinion?
I like who I like, man.
Judging.
Again, I think that Sammy versus Jey would be really interesting. But I feel like you need Cody on this show. But maybe you don't. You got CM Punk and Cena. I'm gonna go Jey on this one because I love the fact what you threw out about the Karrion Kross thing. I think that would be interesting to see what he would do against his brother. You know what I mean? Some good storytelling could be done there.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Jey only because it's basing off of when these matches happen. If it's Jey and Cody at Raw, Seth is going to interfere and cost Cody his spot because he messed with his stuff this past Monday.
Yeah, true.
And I think he's going to try to get his lick back. Or, here's my other option. I'm just throwing this out there.
Hear me out. They come out, mess the whole matchup, and we get a triple threat for King of the Ring. Sammy, Cody, and Jey.
Hell, we gotten fatal four ways in the first round. So that's not out of the realm. That's not out of the realm possibility.
Why not let that be the finals?
That's not out of the realm possibility.
That's pretty wild.
You got all three of the hottest superstars for Saudi Arabia. The hometown guy, slightly Sami Zayn, the American Nightmare, and the main event all in one thing for King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
All super tight, too. Like, can we just play the other side real quick? an Orton Rhodes rivalry starting here would be pretty good too.
That's where I'm going.
You picking Cody?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm picking Cody. I mean, yeah.
Again, I can see it. I just, does that need to be now? But also too, I understand why you're picking it because of what Randy said last Friday, where it's like, yo, if I got to go through you to get to him, I will do it. And him stating that, it's like, where this bracket is, that is very possible.
Yeah.
That is very possible to happen.
I would like that.
So I can see it happening. So, but now we're moving on to the Queen of the Ring. We have my client Roxanne Perez taking on Jade Cargill and Little Miss Bliss going up against the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. We do know that it'll be Bliss and Asuka this Friday on SmackDown, and I believe Perez and Cargill will face each other on Monday Night Raw. So let's start off with Bliss and Asuka. Who advances? And I'll say first, this is the hardest one for me to pick.
I feel like just close my eyes important because
right,
like it's at this point, both sides are just like what?
I'm also thinking about like who could take the queen gimmick and run with it. Like, I mean, not that I want it to be too gimmicky, but I want like somebody to do like what Chelsea Green did when she became United States champion. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to think about who that would fit better. And honestly, it could go either way. I mean, Asuka is one of the greatest, though, man. That's tough. And Bliss is. This is so tough.
So, would you like me to go? Because I have my pick.
Go ahead.
Asuka. Because Asuka versus Io at SummerSlam. Insane.
Oh, we do sort of have to look at that in like the end game, don't we?
Bro, insane. If you start looking at Perez and Cargill, as much as I love my client, she don't necessarily need Queen of the Ring. Neither does Cargill right now.
No, not right now.
It doesn't it doesn't do them anything at this particular time.
Yo,
that's made it a lot easier, Will, honestly. With you saying that. Like,
this could easily, now that you said that, this probably just swayed my mind. And I'm going to go with it because honestly, it's going to be the sickest match. The Prodigy versus Asuka. Like, let's fucking go. Let's go. The two ghost women of NXT. You know what I mean? Like,
because the only reason why I see Cargill losing is because she's a strong one and Roxanne will sneak that one. Roxanne can sneak that. And with Naomi looming.
I was going to just say Naomi too. I was just going to say that. And Bianca, we haven't seen Bianca anymore. They're going to be
Bianca's finger is still not clear just yet. It's getting a lot better, but she still hasn't been medically cleared just yet. But I think she can make it for SummerSlam though. I think we will something to that. Or for Evolution. I think we may see something with that.
But yeah, now that you said all of that, Asuka and Perez for me. Final two.
Deonne, your thoughts?
I think I'm.
It's difficult. It's a difficult choice, bro.
Yeah,
I know
because I'm doing like you. Like I'm back booking it from SummerSlam to like it makes it a little easier that way. But Asuka again, second match back, right? Alexa, she's pretty new. Well, back, so fresh.
I mean, if Alexa Bliss don't win, she could always play that route. Like, I'm a goddess who needs to be a queen. Like, she could easily brush that off.
And also, too, she got two things looming. You got the
Charlotte stuff too,
and the Charlotte,
yes.
Which I know, Cindil put. I think this is how we get Nikki versus Alexa. Nah, we getting Charlotte versus Alexa at Evolution.
I would love it.
That's
I
weak.
love it. The goddess versus the queen.
Goddess versus the queen.
I'm gonna go Oscar with this one. I got Oscar winning this one.
Okay. And maybe after then, Cindy, or maybe that's how then you get Nikki and Alexa, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, because we had heard Nikki is looking to have a kind of a run in WWE again. Nothing just for Evolution. It looks like she will be kind of being there for a little while now. So again, we might still be able to get that, Cindy. But Deonne on the side.
I'm sorry, no, I'm just thinking about Alexa Bliss, the way she was trolling Charlotte after she beat her to the tap, and she was just like,
but the way she was looking at her when she had a pin, just
yep, and she was just like, like what are you doing?
Thought she was gonna tap, didn't you?
Yep. I can call the shots and do anything I want because I'm the queen. That's why
I can't wait to see that, yo. That and then I even think back to like Io Sky and Asuka when they just doing their Japanese, and she like, bitch.
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait.
It's good TV. Such good shit.
But Deonne on the other side, Perez versus Cargill.
Dang, man. Again, Naomi still looming.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing, Doc.
We already set up Roxanne for so much.
He's got the hoodie on too. He's like the Kermit the Frog looking at himself in the mirror.
We just set her up for so much. I'm going Jade, man.
You're a hater, dog. You're such a hater, bro.
Jade versus who?
Oscar. Let's make that happen.
Oh man. Nobody wants to see that. That's great, but nobody wants to see that.
See, man, this is why
you got the workhorses of NXT potentially right now. Like
I like my wrestling a certain way, okay?
He did that because of what I named the title. That's why he did
that. He's still mad about the title. I figured that.
Yeah, you ain't.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it.
No, I did. I did. I think that would be a pretty good match, I suppose. I think it'll work.
What's your story?
We just set up so much for Roxanne that I didn't see this, or I didn't book her for this.
You don't understand. Roxanne's final boss is Asuka. Asuka's queen of NXT, dog. Like
the greatest NXT women's champion.
That's her final boss.
The other greatest one is Roxanne, bro. This thing built itself. And you going with Jade Cargill, who ain't doing nothing right now, and only reason why she relevant is Naomi.
Okay. Last that time I heard, it was like, hey, Deonne, who are you picking? And
we listen and we don't judge. No, we listen and we judge internally.
And this is who I picked.
Okay, cool.
You're right. That's who you picked. You just picked.
Wait.
You do that. Pardon me. and I apologize for my outbursts, no matter how dumb your decision is.
I'm gonna bring somebody on here to help me. Be in my corner.
His face when he said that.
I love how it just alternates through episodes, though. I will say I like how the alliances bounce per episode. But we shall see. We still have Night of Champions coming next weekend, so we will figure out exactly who will be moving into the finals of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. But all I can say is they are both shaping up to be incredible. I do look forward to seeing who makes it to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Yes, exactly, Cindy. Now, moving on to a little NXT news. Not covering the whole thing, just two important things. First off, Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe came out, aka formerly known as Mariah May, to officially sign her NXT contract. And this was the ending image of that episode.
Interesting.
Blake Monroe put through a table by Fatal Influence with JC Jane holding the title up. Now, we do know that JC Jane will be defending her title at Evolution after a Fatal 4-Way is decided, which we will get into next. But I just want to know y'all thoughts on this image. and now with Blake Monroe in NXT. How do you feel now about this? Deonne, let me start with you.
I mean, it sets it up for her to have like a foil, right? Like it sets her up in pretty good position moving forward, even if she ain't going through a table here in her third appearance. So, but no, I think, yeah, this sets her up for more of a future than just her, I don't know, slapping, rolling out of the ring, or fatal influence going, right? Fatal influence. I can't give you the names correct.
Fatal influence.
Yeah. Before
I thought you would be like me and say toxic attraction because I was showing.
That's why I stopped.
I thought he was going to say toxic influence.
Well, that's why I stopped. I was like, wait a minute. Okay.
No, I get you. Trust me, I do it all the time too. So I wouldn't have got you for that one, bro.
No, but I think this sets her up well. I mean, you're in the ring with the champion and her faction. You run through this faction, you get to JC Jane, and you get that championship. So I think it set her up well. I mean, I know the internet's talking about a lot about her first appearance, but hey, her run's already set up to go after that NXT Women's title. So just a welcome to the NBA moment right now. I feel like a little bit, and
welcome to the
off to the races. Yeah, off to the races.
Yeah. Honey, your thoughts on Blake Monroe and what happened at the end of this week's NXT?
I think this pretty much shows us the first task of Blake Monroe, and she's gonna handle business the way it needs to be handled. I think it's a good way to start with Fatal Influence. It also gives JC a little momentum, while she's holding this title for now, because we know this is not really gonna last too long. But yeah, she's pretty much gonna run through this whole group and put them through hell as she knows how, because I'm not sure if they've done any note taking or any watching from the other side and see what she's done, but look out. So I'm excited for it. I'm happy she's here. Happy the moment has finally come. I mean, honestly, didn't think it would really be happening this fast, honestly, but happy that it's here, and can't wait to see what they do going forward. I think she's definitely gonna have a killer run, pun intended.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this is a great way to start it off, especially like you said, as Courtney let us know, being the woman from hell. This is a great faction to go after, and then also too, I can see this being the end of Fatal Influence through Blake Monroe, and finally letting these girls go like their separate ways because of this. So I think this is building up to be something great. I know that she is defending her title at Evolution. So, depending on what happens after that, if she does, retain, we know what she has to look forward to. And it is not a pleasant sight if she has not seen Blake Monroe's past rivalries that she's had across the world. So,
okay.
Yes, so we shall see. But we do know that there were eliminator matches this past Tuesday, and we have the Fatal 4-way set for who will face JCJ for her title at Evolution. And it is Izzy Dame, Jada Parker, Lash Legend, and Jordan Grace. Izzy Dame, with, a little bit of shenanigans outside of the ring, was able to pick up the win against Zaria. Jada Parker, with some very creative tactics, was able to beat Thea Hale to advance into this Fatal 4-way. Lash Legend and Kalani Jordan putting on a banger of a match, and Lash Legend coming out the victor, and then Jordan Grace defeating Lola Vice, which I don't think should have happened, but all right, whatever. But here we are. Izzy Dame, Jada Parker, Lash Legend, Jordan Grace. Next Tuesday. Who walks out as the number one contender?
My.
It's me.
That's what's walking out.
And who's that for? Because two women had his meat.
Walking out, back, around, side to side.
Which one we talking about?
I'm talking about both of them. Yam Yam Bigelow and Lash Legend.
They can't both win.
I'm saying no. I thought you meant what the video was for, not my pick. My pick out of okay. Don't yell at me, my God.
Wait, who the meat? But which meat when you talking? I'm saying meat too much. Pause.
Yeah, pause. Yeah, chill. In one sentence. No, in all seriousness. I don't know if I'm because I know you're not too thrilled with the fact that she's even in this match, and I understand it because I kind of shared a little bit of the frustration about Lola Vice not winning that match, but I might have to say Jordan Grace. I
got it. I ain't mad at that decision. And again, she's a juggernaut, but man, I'm rolling with hometown on this one. I'm going Lash Legend.
Yep.
Atlanta Evolution, man. I just think the commentary between her and JC right now gonna be ridiculous. And this is where we get to, because you mentioned this, and this was something that I said I was like figuring out how do you get us prepared for. But now we have the time since it's going to Evolution. We get to now get introduced to the Bully as a solo run.
Mm-hmm.
So I won with Lash Legend. But Deonne, who's your pick?
Yeah, same like said last week when we talked about it. In Atlanta, I think that'll be great for her. Now she's on this single run. So yeah, I'm picking, man, Jada Parker. Every time I see her, I'm like, that title should be around your waist right now.
It should, and it could be. It totally could be.
And it makes me want to pick her for it. It really does. I think I'm going Lash Legend though, but I wouldn't be mad if Jada Parker won. I'm in that camp.
Likewise. Now let's definitely not get that twisted. Like if Miss Parker can't, yes, but I think because
she's a superstar. It's like she
is.
She has it.
But the Blake Monroe thing now, and I know like to Honey's point, especially seeing it like this, it's like, okay, I know y'all want to get her to go through this so we can get her to the main roster, which we know like we know that's the main. But I think it would really be a kudos, and where I think this would work out if Jada beats Blake. That is something I could see happening, because if you take the rest of the roster after she got the title, and you let Miss Parker beat Blake Monroe,
you're putting her up there.
And once again, them promos,
yeah, man.
And again, yep. And Jada just got baptized, so you got light versus dark, heaven versus hell. Come on, man. I'm saying.
Book it. Listen to the councilman.
Listen, hey, first of all, Cindil, that ain't true, because Izzy could definitely get pinned in this match.
Izzy could, yeah, I was just gonna say Izzy could easily eat this pin. No problem.
Also, too, though, we can't sleep on Izzy. Izzy is definitely the dark horse of this match.
Izzy's a problem. Izzy Dame's a problem. She's very good.
Yeah.
And they're known for pulling the dark horse too.
The way she wrestled when I first saw her wrestle in NXT, whenever she like debuted on her first match on TV last year or something like that, she gave me like Charlotte vibes. Like it reminded me of Charlotte almost. She has that same kind of intensity. I can't wait till she breaks out from this culling thing, because I know it's not really her vibe. I could tell. Like,
I like her in it. That's what I'm, because again, like, yeah, because she's starting to kind of get at the helm of it. And that's kind of what I wanted for Jada and OTM, but they never pulled the trigger on it.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either, but I want to see a woman-led faction with men behind them. Like, and I think what Izzy's doing is dope.
I would love that.
I mean, you see what she did with Cora Jade. She took her man and got her out of NXT. So there ain't no telling what she could do in this business. So it's just all up in the air.
Do you have a question? With Blake Monroe being in NXT now, are we on another side quest for her?
Yes,
because we just got out of one with Stephanie and Julia.
Now she's on her side quest.
So is this another like NXT side quest?
This one will be quick though. That's why I'm like, this one will be quicker than what we had. Because again, we had to go through a lot of them. Like,
we did,
oh, this just one. So it's like she can have her run and then go up.
And not for nothing, it's kind of like, I like the formula that they're keeping them on, especially when they have these new hot free agent signees, because it's like you want to put them through in NXT, because NXT, like we said, and we continuously say, it's no longer developmental. It's one of the main shows. And, you know, you're in good hands with somebody as technical and as, you know, sound with storytelling as Shawn Michaels at the head of the helm with that. You got to get her used to the machine and the way things work first. And, you know, like Stephanie Vaquer, like Julia, like Roxanne, she's going to pick that shit up in no time, because we've seen what she can do. And WWE has always been her goal. So she's hungry and it's going to be good.
Yep. But also too, I'm look, you know, I rep for the soul. But Jada, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and take that strap off of her, Jada. Go ahead and be North American champion for a little bit. Go ahead and do that real quick. At least while we got this Blake Monroe thing, like, yo, let her get that strap.
Just to get some gold around her waist, you know, just for a while. Let her walk with it. Let her feel what it is to be champion.
Peace out then, bro. Peace out. I'm sorry, yo, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Peace, bro. Like, you come in here complaining, talking your crap and stuff like that. First of all, take Miami Heat off, because we don't have bitches in our fucking regime, and you talking like this. Because how you gonna be hypocritical, talk shit, and then say, oh, I'm tired of people that talk shit about this. I'm out. Bye. Peace. First of all, who tells people they leaving? Just leave.
Yeah.
Like, just go.
It's a simple swipe back most times, you know?
Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm out. Like, who tells me, man, I'm out this piece.
Or not subscribe. I mean,
yeah, remember, you
don't gotta go. You don't gotta go calling anybody a bitch or anything like that. That's totally unnecessary.
Yeah, bro. You clicked on our thumbnail. Remember that. Always understand that you clicked on here to come talk, and you picked the right one at the wrong time. Because for one, you ain't got no facial profile, so I can't really roast you. But anyway, we will see out of these lovely women who are going to.
Now, stop it.
Oh, well, hold on now. He could have been saying he prayed for this to happen. You know what I'm saying? He saying
I prayed for this and it happened.
Yeah, I feel like that's your ally.
Seriously, y'all know me. I came to the end of it saying that title didn't need to be there. So we came to an agreement.
We not even on it. I'm saying
yeah, we ain't even
for you. Yeah, look, you done got PTSD from this episode.
It's the title. It's the title.
Star power at last. I'm like, this is your ally, sir. Breathe, Deonne. Breathe.
You think darkness is your ally,
right? You're like, you have people rapping with you.
Hilarious.
You came in here real guilty. Hey, look, I didn't make the title. Okay, I didn't say I'm not agreeing with the belt. I just want to see. Hey, you're like, you attacking the people with you. But we shall see what's going to happen between these four incredible women next Tuesday and who will advance to go on to Evolution, which I just think is really dope that Evolution is putting the NXT title as one of the matches of Evolution, utilizing and recognizing that they do have the best women's division in the world. Some brief news as well. Smackdown is moving back to 2 hours, apparently starting at July 4th. I don't believe nothing that they say anymore when it comes to times because they be lying. But I just want to get your quick word as someone who does the Honey Night Smackdown watch-alongs on WWT. How do you feel about Smackdown going from 3 hours back to 2?
It's like, damn, because I was like just getting used to it. It's like shit, now because now 2 hours is gonna go by like a breeze, and then I'm gonna be at 10 p.m. I'm gonna be like, wait, that's it? There's no more left? don't we have more? Don't we have a whole nother out? No. They're gonna cut it off again. I have been enjoying with everybody in the chat.
You know what but you know why I'm kind of hot about this? Because she right. Because I'm a Goldberg fan. You know what I'm saying?
The members jacket. What?
Wow.
That's a starter, bro. I still got this in the plastic.
Dog.
Fresh. Don't never let nobody touch this. I just didn't like how right she was. I was like, hey, don't you put that spotlight on me, Cindil. Don't you be, hey, that light off me.
Put that shade up. But
yes, honey.
No, you're good. Yeah, like I said, I was just getting used to it. I mean, the chat and I have had a lot of fun doing these 3-hour watch alongs, especially with stuff being so stacked these last few weeks now. And it's now I'm growing a little concerned because it's like we've had so much to be able to fill out 3 hours of wrestling on a Friday. What is this going to do now? And does this mean that people are now going to have to start going back to clamoring for TV time and shit like that? I mean, yes, granted, I know we're getting wrestling 7 days a week, but now I'm just worried about, are we going back to the formula where we continue like a story every other week, or so that way we give people flexibility throughout the weeks to for SmackDown for TV. But I just don't want anything to lose steam because it's been so hot right now, being that we are heading into SummerSlam and going into all of that. I wonder how all of that's going to play out, especially with SmackDown going back to 2 hours, but I'm fine with it. Honey Night SmackDown will still be around.
Yeah. I will just say quickly, I think the formula they figured out for SmackDown, I think can still work well with 2 hours. I think they can figure out how to take what they've done and move it to a 2-hour stint. And then especially now with like the whole John Cena thing, I think they can figure it out to where it still works right. But Deonne, quickly, your thoughts on this moving down to 2 hours?
Yes, way more digestible for me personally, where I can sort of sit down and like really watch through it and have time. With the 2 hours, the 3 was a little bit much for me. But given that like your top stars most times don't wrestle, that 3 hours really did give it time for the mid card to shine too. So I hope, like Honey said, people aren't fighting for time anymore. But you do a 2 hour, 2.5 hour sort of a Raw anyway. I think they'll fix it or work it out. And we got the draft coming up too. So there might be some shuffling going around there too, where you get those storylines on Raw now, or you get those storylines done on SmackDown and something new comes about. So it's going to be a fresh look for just wrestling in general, probably after whenever the draft happens, SummerSlam, whenever, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right. And if we're being honest too, Raw figured it out because really them last 30 minutes kind of be like the main event anyway.
The whole match. Yeah.
So it's like Raw is kind of technically 2 hours. So but that last half be really like the main event before it go off.
True.
Like it really just be that. It allows them to like run over the 2 instead of trying to cram it in there. And so that'd be about it. And so I think like if you can figure it out with Raw, and if Raw's been pretty good, I think it can be figured out with SmackDown as well. So we'll see what happens in July, if that even happens. Once again, I don't believe nothing they say about time anymore. But we are moving on to our next segment, which is the fantasy booking. So since we are talking about Evolution, we will get into our fantasy booking of Evolution on another episode because we want time to be able to get that situated and ready as we're moving into the month of July. But with the return of Nikki Bella, we can't help but think about Total Divas. Okay, Cindil. This will be quick. Okay.
Hey, at least you said, hey, sorry to sound bossy. Hey, I appreciate the acknowledgement of that.
Oh, yeah. Like y'all acting like some real Goldbergs tonight.
No, not even some Goldbergs. Well, like some Bill Goldbergs. Like
this segment better be 3 minutes and that's it. Get to the IC Mount Rushmore. Shit. But I just want to ask a quick question. If Total Divas got a reboot, if they got a reboot, give me 4 people currently on the roster you would like to see on Total Divas?
Total Divas.
Four people y'all would like to see on Total Divas. I will throw out my first one.
Oh, shoot, just 4? Okay.
Yeah, just 4. And my first one is Chelsea Green.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that.
I would say Chelsea Green.
I'll go with my first as give me Ariana Grace.
Ooh, especially with her dad too.
Give me Ariana Grace.
I can see that.
Okay, can I give my hope all 4?
All right, so he's just ready to jump all the turns.
I wrote mine down.
It's some Bill Goldberg shit going on.
It's
some the main event, like taking up the slot.
Sindel is ready to get to the IC Mount Rushmore. I'm trying to help her out. Okay.
Oh.
But is it okay if I give my 4?
You know, it's your world, Deonne. It's your world.
We just living in it, Deonne. We just here.
Living in it. All right. You next. So
you're next.
Who you got? I mean, it's written down. You all right?
It's written down, but I'm allowed to give all 4.
We said that.
Just making sure.
The floor is yours, sir. By all means, give us your 3 minutes of this.
I like a little drama, so I think Charlotte, Bayley, Becky, and Nia Jax there to stir the pot would be a fun episode, because especially if the 3 of the 4 horsewomen have some little bit real world beef, Nia just there to stir the pot would be good for TV. So that's my 4.
You said them so fast. Could you?
Sorry, Charlotte.
Because I heard Charlotte, then I heard Nia.
Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky, and Nia.
Okay.
Charlotte, Bayley,
3
Becky.
of the 4 horsewomen, and Nia there to stir the pot.
Okay.
I think Bayley got like a dope life outside of like WWE, and I would love to see
Instagram looks like it. So yeah.
Yes. I like this pick. Little concerned about Charlotte and if she would let us into her life with everything that be going on. But I like the other 2. I like Becky just because you get to see all the stuff that Becky gets to do and go through and stuff like that, like becoming big time Bex.
And with Seth and the baby.
Yeah, I think that'll be making for great TV. So I like these picks. Honey, so you had, I guess you could give out your 4.
Right.
Yeah, so you said Ariana Grace.
Grace is
don't
one.
Call me no more, man.
Don't
call me no more.
his equipment is falling apart. He's laughing so hard.
Because I'm like, dang, okay, sir.
He's having a breakdown. My 4. All right, so I have Ariana Grace. I have Zelina Vega. Tiffany Stratton. And Bianca Belair. I think that would be a solid 4.
Okay. I like that. I like I think you and me on the same page with Zelina Vega. I was like, I would love to see
Cause I feel like it's like, you know, she has the podcast with like, you know, when she had with her and Dakota Kai, like you saw her personality a lot. Like she's totally chill. Like, and she's the one in the Pikachu onesie in the corner with the munchies, like, you know, playing video games and like, you know what I mean? Like that would be cute.
Totally I like that. Yeah, I can see that. All right. My 4, I have Chelsea Green, Zelina Vega, Mia Yim. Ooh. I think I would love to see Mia Yim.
Mia Yim would be funny as hell. She's funny.
I think she would be great on there. And then I went non-wrestler, Kathy Kelly. I would love to see Kathy Kelly on Total Divas.
Yeah.
She interacts with people.
If I was gonna pick a non-wrestler, I would say Jessica Carr. Or Ref Bay. Or Ref Bay.
Yeah.
So is Jessica really wrestling in a mask? Like, I saw that a month or so ago.
I don't know if that's true. I think I saw the same thing you talking about. I don't know if
it looked
true.
Like her. It looked like her.
But I don't know.
Okay.
I do not know. But it did spark a great debate because I was like,
because it was for Evolve, was it? Or was it Evolve or somewhere?
I think it was.
Yeah, it looks just like her.
Because I was like, not for nothing. I was like, Jessica, you gotta like stacked. So
I mean, she came in to be a wrestler, right? And ended up reffing. So it'd be kind of dope if she's able to, and she's over there in Evolve in a mask somewhere. That'd be pretty dope.
Okay, so he said Bose is confirming it was her.
It was her. Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
I mean, that's cool. Like again, I think they want to. So, shoot! Dang, I can't believe I didn't pick her, Liv Morgan. Oh my God, Liv Morgan on Total Divas.
Yeah.
Now you got a number one show. You got a number one show with that one. But yeah, that was our fantasy booking for Total Divas. Since we need to be moving along, let us know yours in the comments below, and we'll get into our segment.
Cindy-O and Deonne running the show and stuff now.
Yeah, we got to get everybody out of here. You know, got to get our knees preps to take spears and jackhammers in life. So you know,
Deonne's face. Now, because I understand how I understand how y'all feel when y'all laugh at me. There's these certain little ticks that they have, yeah. And Deonne's tick, he does two things. It's either he does this like thing where his head tilts his head, or he does this thing with his lip, and he just did it, and I caught it, and it was hysterical.
Yo, that head shake, he be doing that shit for real. Just
he just got like it's like a blink and a like
you're like reset. Just
it's like quick malfunction. You know what? No, I'm gonna shrug that off. But he just did it with his lip too, and I was like, oh, I got him. Deonne said, like,
I ain't gotta take this. Yeah. Well, man, we get into our final segment, man. We were supposed to do this a couple episodes ago, so I wanted to make sure that we did throw it out there. We were talking about the Intercontinental Mount Rushmore. Who is on the Mount Rushmore of the Intercontinental Champions? We're gonna go with Deonne first. Not because we've been doing this with the Goldberg stuff, but because his image has the name of the segment on there. So, Deonne, the floor is yours, and please present to them your IC Mount Rushmore.
So this was mine. Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Miz, and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, the amount of times he's won it, he has the most wins, right? Or the most title reigns, Dominik, or has the most reigns. Not yet. The Miz, I mean, he carried that title when, what was that? That his with the B team, that sort of run. He made that title matter. And anytime I think about like just the old Intercontinental title or the strap, Razor and Shawn come to mind. And when I think Intercontinental title, those are two faces that I see. I see the gold strap. Well, they use a gold strap lay down the road, but the white strap and then Shawn with the ladder match. Like, yeah. So this was my Mount Rushmore. I think it was pretty solid. Love Shawn, love Razor. So, and which is why like Razor never became a world champion, which is a wild thing to think of, either in WWE or WCW. But yeah, Shawn. Yeah, I think that's when we all fell in love with Shawn Michaels when he got that title too.
Oh yeah, now that ladder match is still one of the top WrestleMania matches. I think this is a solid Mount Rushmore for all great reasons. Honey, your thoughts on this Mount Rushmore?
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I can't knock anything that has Shawn Michaels on it, of course. But definitely you have validity for Jericho and Miz. I definitely don't blame you on that. Jericho being 9 times, Miz, with his many runs and holding the title. Well, yeah, his runs to like pretty much hold that prestige in place. Yeah, there's no denying that. Of course, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. There's nothing else to say. This list was good. I like this.
Would Shawn? Oh, there's a question real quick. Would Shawn and Razor be like one of the? Is that the greatest rivalry for the IC title?
Ooh.
What about? I was gonna say, what about Macho Man
and Steamboat? Because
Steamboat.
But Shawn came back with the title of his own and the real title.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, bro, that's
Steamboat tough. Savage is close, but is like
Steamboat Savage is like top 3
greatest Intercontinental Championship rival. That might be another.
Yeah,
that's an episode in itself.
Yeah, because it's like I don't want to disagree with you,
right?
But it's like I figure like I'm leaving some rivalry out just because
Triple H and Rock.
Yeah, but because you're asking it off the top of my head.
Yeah,
it's like it's hard to bring it up. So I don't want to say no, but I'm not ready to say yes, if that makes sense.
Understandable. It was just a thought that came right to my mind.
No, but it's a good thought because it's just like, yo, like they like it set the pillars for Shawn Michaels, and it also like I wish it would have did more for Razor Ramon, but it did what it was supposed to in concerning him.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely give it that. So yeah, I think this is a great Mount Rushmore. We're going to now move into Honey's Mount Rushmore. Honey, please present to your Mount Rushmore. First of all, we have to give the disclaimer. AI made these images.
Oh, for sure.
Not sure why they made the Miz look like Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like Jericho twice, and I know that's supposed to be for the
like
Miz.
Jericho and Jeff Jarrett a little bit.
And like they got the hair right. They definitely did the hair right, but for some reason.
So I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. AI got to do better with that one. But however, my 4 is similar to Deonne's with a little twist. I have Shawn Michaels in there, Chris Jericho, The Miz, and Randy Macho Man Savage. Of course, as Deonne said, because we do have similar picks. You had the showstopper, the icon, pretty much the man who kind of, I would say, solidified the Intercontinental title as not just the mid-card title, proof that it could be more than that and jumpstart you to the next level into being the world heavyweight champion. So I thought that was pretty iconic. Chris Jericho goes without saying, being the one that has 9 title reigns as well. Literally the record holder, whether heel or face, he pretty much had the credibility throughout holding this title. Jericho twice. That is kind of funny. I'm sure Courtney would appreciate this. So Courtney, if you're catching this,
Yeah, that's crazy because Jericho also had that hairstyle. They're like, fuck.
Yeah, he did. There's 2 Jerichos there. That's kind of funny. So this could technically be valid, but mine is meant for the Miz. And speaking of the Miz, some would say, the modern day gatekeeper for the IC title, constant promos and continuing to elevate the division as he kept going and elevating himself. Pretty much I would say he's like the blueprint for this for the modern day Intercontinental Champion. Like if you're modeling a career that you want to have when acquiring the Intercontinental title, you look at guys like The Miz. And Randy Orton, Randy Savage, as I said before, Steamboat, him and Steamboat pretty much put this title on the map with their classic match at WrestleMania. That goes without saying pretty much with Macho Man. It pretty much wouldn't have opened the door for lots of the other following Intercontinental champions as well. So that's my 4.
Like Booker T told Trick, give it to him.
Man, come on, man. I'm trying to get this show done, man.
Give it to him.
Oh, you can't stop the rain. Oh, sometimes you can't stop the rain. Somebody's rocking the boots. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me tell you, I got an $8 where my heart used to be. Oh, stepping in, running in, fire and age. Oh, yeah, let's stay together. Cause you know I love you. Oh, yeah. Oh.
You know, I
Oh yeah, give it to me, baby.
You gotta do like a new edition or song. If it isn't love, why do I?
Although we come to the end of the road, and who I can't let go, because it's so natural. You belong to me. And I belong to you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Wait, Cindy got a request for the Macho Man voice.
Oh, somebody's pounding the streets tonight. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. Like, why y'all got me started?
Give it to him.
Oh, this world we're mine.
After all of the darkness and sadness.
That was the one.
Yeah,
that's the one that would creep up in my head randomly on like a Wednesday afternoon.
No, sometimes, I swear to God, sometimes, I kid you not, like I would just be walking or like thinking of something else, and like in the back of my mind, I will hear that in my head and just break me throughout my day, like randomly.
After all of the darkness and sadness, happiness. Oh, and I think of you every night.
Oh no!
How I just can't get it right. And now, can we talk for a minute? Because, girl, I want to know your name. Oh, yeah. Can we talk for a minute? Oh, my God, yo.
Yo, I can't deal. I can't. Oh, man. Oh, shoot.
Oh, just tell him, freak me, baby.
So Macho Man on this. I was like,
I love that you're doing like the chicken noodle soup, like the Let It Rain.
Oh, yeah. Freak me, baby.
Every time he talks in this voice, he starts going like this.
Just come and talk to me. really want to get to know you. Ooh, girl, come and talk.
Everybody's talking all this stuff about me.
It sounds like a promo already.
Right, because it's
Why
my
don't you just
prerogative.
let me live?
Why can't you just?
I don't need permission.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, I make my own decisions. Yeah, ooh, it's my prerogative. Oh yeah.
No one can tell me what to do. Ooh, yeah. I'm so done. I'm done. Cindy, I'm gonna take you up on this another time. I'm not gonna do. I'm not. I'm
Oh
not
yeah, I don't know if I can do that.
I'm not gonna say the answer to this, but I will take you up on this question another time on Kayfabe. Just make sure you remind me and bring that up.
I'll leave that to you. I'm
not gonna do that yet. That's gotta be a special kind of night. I need to wait on that one because now I'm thinking about it too much, and I know it's gonna I'm gonna break, and I don't want to crack.
Ooh, jump on it. Let's do it. Right. My pony, my saddle, baby. Coming. Jump on it.
Super duper fly.
Ooh, yeah. I'm glad this camera ain't looking lower because I was thrusting like a motherfucker just now. Oh my god.
Oh my god. To the window, to the wall.
To the walls. Till the sweat drops down my balls. Oh, these bitches crawl. Oh,
skeet.
Yeah. Oh, skeet. Goddamn. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Hey, y'all asked for this.
I did.
Yeah, thank you, Cindy. But I'll take you up on a rain check on that Ultimate Warrior one. I got you, girl.
Oh, you make me want to leave the one I'm with. Start a new relationship with you. Ooh,
you gotta let it burn.
Ooh, these are my confessions. Just when I could say all I could say.
Every time I was in LA, I was
on the side said she's
with my ex-girlfriend.
These are my confessions.
Why are we like
this? Oh, it feels good. Oh yeah. All right, y'all. All right. My
He still didn't get through his 4.
We ain't do my 4. Y'all let this go off the rails, and then Deonne is the one that sparked it off and hit it with
the. Deonne can't breathe over there. Deonne about to pass out. He has not stopped laughing.
Hey, said Deonne, I will take that. I will definitely take that. Oh my god! All right, my pick for my IC champions of the Mount of the Rushmore is very obvious. Okay, I mean, if it's not these 4, what are we doing?
Dominik.
What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? The Miz, Dominik Mysterio, Gunther, and of course Randy Savage. Ooh.
Why they got Gunther looking like Mr. Incredible?
Right. This is my Mount Rushmore. No, I'm not going to defend it because I don't have to.
You're right. You absolutely don't.
In the words of Deonne, this is my pick. I haven't explained nothing to y'all at all whatsoever. You know what it is. The most thing that we have on here is that the Miz is on this Mount Rushmore, and that's all.
Yeah,
he's on every single one of our Mount Rushmores. Applause. Applause.
Like, it's wild when you think about it, right? Like his whole, like the beginning of his career, I don't think we saw what it turned into.
Absolutely,
like the whole misfit thing.
Don't lump me with y'all. Don't lump me with y'all.
No, Will, seriously, like the fedora, the shorts and stuff. I didn't see Miz for being who he could have been. until he switched up his gear.
Nope.
And he started cutting those promos coming from the locker room, telling his story about how he couldn't dress in the locker room. That's when he felt real.
I saw this during the Real World.
Well, yeah, I saw him during the Real World too.
I watched the Real World.
And he did. True,
I just didn't think in a million years it would grow into this though.
Saw it when he did that promo on the Real World. I was like, "Yo,
somebody need to sign him."
WWE. And then when it happened, I was like, "Yo, this dude got it." And then when he got that first one,
well, you gotta do it.
No, she gotta pay for that. That you gotta pay for that. You gotta pay for that.
You know what? We should all do it. We should all do like a little TK body butter promo in Macho Man voices, like as like a little commercial in between shows.
When the check is cleared, then I'll do it.
Understood. I'm just saying that would be funny.
That is possible.
Just saying, boss lady, it'd be funny.
Mm-hmm. That is dollars. You left out the rattlesnake. Here's the thing.
That was a transition for him, a title for him almost. It felt like he was on that. He had a bracket to look back already.
Yeah, like you, and the thing is, like you equate him more with the WWE Championship. Like I think he excels so higher from the IC title. There's no disrespect to the IC title, but that's one of those ones where it's like, bro, like that is when we talk about Mount Rushmore of overall wrestling. That's when you talk about the rattlesnake. These people that we talk about, even like with the joke in the Dominik Mysterio, all of these people that we've named in this Mount Rushmores were pillars of that IC title. Like Miz literally said it himself, "I'm bringing prestige back to this title," and he was serious about that. That was so real. Randy Savage made you, along with Ricky Steamboat and everybody else, they made you want. That's what he looked like. He do look like Vladimir Kozlov. That's exactly what Gunther looked like in this picture. He made people want to be like, it was okay to be IC champion. That felt like being the WWE champion almost with someone like Randy. Of course, Gunther, longest reigning. And then Dominik, again, the GOAT. Like, what else do I have to say? Right. But I will say here was my original one. Was Jericho. Supposed to be Miz, but Jericho. Gunther and Mr. Perfect. I think Mr. Perfect is so slept on as an IC champion.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Was an incredible IC champion. Yo, the promos he had and all the stuff that he did, perfect. Yes, and then I say honorary mention is definitely Umaga. Like Umaga having it bit and coming out like, yo, that was something to see. That's what made me want him to be WWE champion. I was mad that they never pulled the trigger on him.
Never pulled the trigger on him. Yeah.
And he was so close. It was like, bro, he right at the sun and y'all not going to give it to him? I'm like, all right, man. But that is our episode. We got through it. And we stuck to the 2-hour mark. Thank you, Maria. Yeah. So, but let us know, too, who do you feel like is on the IC Mount Rushmore? Who are the other three? Because if The Miz is not on there, then I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. So, but we want to thank each and every single one of y'all for joining us on this episode today. We were so glad to talk about it. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue to keep doing this. Things will be getting bigger. We are growing on some more stuff that we got coming y'all way. So just stay tuned, but keep rocking with us. We're going to look to keep continuing this schedule between Wednesday and Thursday moving forward. But again, if anything changes, we will always let y'all know. But honey, I know you said you had something. You was about to say something.
I just wanted everybody just to remember. No one asked for Goldberg. Absolutely nobody. Just don't forget.
I just want you to know she threw that bullet at you. I was finna just sign off. I was not. I had nothing else. I had nothing else about Goldberg. I was.
No one asked for Goldberg.
All right, y'all. We will catch y'all next week.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media